What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy. Welcome back to my next episode of the United States of Joe Winko. So we're going to be creating my next city, and the winner of last episode's trivia question was Captain IGC. So congratulations to Captain IGC. He's going to be the mayor of my next city, which is going to be right here. And this city is going to be called Davenport, Iowa. So let's get this party started. Alright, so as usual, first I'm going to add like tons of trees everywhere. Iowa really does seem like a cool place to visit. Like, I can't really think of anything distinctive about Iowa that I really would want to see. I mean, isn't that where Children of the Corn takes place? Oh, no, that's Nebraska. Never mind. But for Iowa, I'm not sure. Isn't it a place where aliens abduct people a lot? I think that title belongs to Arizona, but, not really sure if Iowa fits that also. I heard of the crop circles. I'm pretty sure that's not an Arizona thing because Arizona is like a desert. Can't really grow many crops in Arizona. Whatever. Okay, so Davenport, Iowa, mayor name, Captain IGC. So congratulations to Captain IGC for becoming the mayor of Davenport, Iowa. Yeah, just make sure to answer the trivia questions correctly first at the end of each episode of the United States of Joe Winko, so you can become the mayor of my next SimCity 4 city. Okay, so let's build Interstate 80. I like that bridge. There's a lot of rivers running through this land, too. Well, it is Iowa. Like, Iowa is surrounded by two rivers. I think it's the Mississippi River and the Missouri River. But it also has a lot of rivers running through it. Like, it's bordered by two rivers. And a lot of roads. Where are all these roads coming from? Plainfield, Illinois. What about these? Oh yeah, these are all from Plainfield, Illinois. Gosh, why did I build so many roads coming from Plainfield? And there's like hardly any roads. Wait, what is this one? That's from Joliet, Illinois. Same there. Are there any? And this one's from St. Louis. Okay, I got it. Alright, and we already have the interstate built. So first things first, want this road to go all the way west, all the way to the next city, which is going to be to the west of this. Oh, damn. I can't do that. Well, I did that. And have to build a bridge. Okay, hopefully I can... Oh yeah, I can. Awesome. So, made that road. Are there any roads from the north? Oh yeah, there are roads from the north. What's north of here? Oh, Iowa City. Yeah, I forgot about that place. Pretty sure a lot of people forget about that place. No offense to anyone who actually lives in Iowa who's watching this. They wouldn't be offended by it. It's like someone telling me that people forget about Wisconsin. well, I never really forgot about Wisconsin. And I don't mean that in a good way either. Like, Wisconsin was a nice place, but, like, it's just the stuff that happened to me there, I don't ever want to go back to that place. It just so happened it was Wisconsin. I mean, it could have happened anywhere. Like, bad stuff could have happened to me in Florida. And bad stuff has happened to me in Florida. Bad stuff happened to me and even in Tennessee. And I haven't even been to Tennessee that much. Like with the creepy necrophiliac guy I talked about in my episode of Joe Winko Talk. That was creepy. I truly never understood how scary that actually was. Like, it was because I was at a really rough point in my life. That's why I didn't notice it. I was too busy stressed out with other stuff, but yeah. Stuff that my adoptive mother put me through. Let's not even talk about her. She's not worth she's not worth a thought, really. Should focus on building my beautiful city instead. Was it called again? Davenport? Yeah, Davenport, Iowa. And a bridge that connects this part of Davenport to that part of Davenport. There's so many rivers in this game, but like they all look like canyons because the elevation is so high. That's one thing that people complain about with SimCity 4, the elevation. In real life, those rivers are not like that. Like, you can actually see the rivers. They're not like canyons. Water doesn't, like, stay at sea level all the time, but in SimCity 4 it does. That's what sucks. In real life, it's not like that, but in this game it is. I don't know. I guess they do that to, like, manage, like, consistency or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking off the tip of my head. Also, I woke up with a sore throat, kinda. Like, I'm not really feeling so well. I don't really get sick anymore. I think that's because, like, I don't think adults get sick as often as children do. Because, like, your immune system, like, matures and you're able to handle it. I think that's the reason why. I remember when I used to get sick when I was little. That would suck so much. I hated that. But eventually I just got used to it over time. It's the beauty of living in Wisconsin, where it's so damn cold. And someone actually says that the weather doesn't cause someone to get sick. That's so false, really. I mean, it doesn't, like, cause someone to get sick. Like, what it does is it lowers your immune system, because your immune system's too busy trying to stay warm, and I think it thins your blood particles, and that's what makes you more susceptible to getting sick. That's what I remember reading about, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you guys all agree with me. Because another stupid thing I did was, in the house I'm living in, it's actually like my room is actually the coldest room in the house because it's right under the air conditioning. And like when the air conditioning's on, it does not feel good. Like, cause I'm not used to that at all. I'm always used to it being like really hot and everything. That's why in all my episodes of Joe Winko Talk, that's why I never wear a shirt, because in my house back when I used to live in with my adoptive parents in Wisconsin, my bedroom was right over the furnace. So my room was like literally the hottest room in the house. That's why I started that whole trademark of not wearing a shirt, because I'd always would have my shirt off in my bedroom. Also, to add on to that, my adoptive brother never wore a shirt either. He always walked around the house shirtless, and I thought, if he can walk around the house shirtless, so can I. Because I look a lot better than my adoptive brother when I'm shirtless. Well, it doesn't really take much to look better than my adoptive brother, so that comment isn't too vain. I hope he's not watching this video. Well, me and him aren't really close at all anyway. He wouldn't care. He doesn't give a shit what I have to say. I mean, like, to him, like, my adoptive brother, to him, I'm literally like some messed up person with autism and ADHD, and even though that is kind of true, like, I'm more than that, honestly. So I don't give a shit. And he doesn't give a shit either, so we're even. Sorry to spill so much about my personal life, but my YouTube videos are about getting to know me. And so is the gaming commentary. Like, I actually remember one day, I looked up what I should talk about, like what should gamers talk about and during like commentary gaming videos, and some people say, like, one article I read said that you should just like talk about anything, like talk about your personal life, what's going on, kind of like a video blog while you're gaming. And you know, that's it's kind of what I do, really. And yeah, it's fun also. I don't really have much to say about Iowa, though, but I heard that they have a really bad drug problem in Iowa, but that's basically, like, all over the USA, especially in Florida. Like, whenever I go out on a walk in Florida, like, that's where I live, in case you all didn't know by now. Well, hopefully you guys knew that by now. Whenever I go out for a walk in Florida, people always ask me, oh, do you have a cigarette? Or, oh, do you have a cigarette lighter? And I'm like, no, I don't smoke. And I said that to thousands of people whenever I go out on a walk. Thousands of people will come up to me, not all at once, but like if I counted every single person, no, probably not that many, but quite a few. I'm over exaggerating, but it does happen. Wow. Oh, I like these. I like that bridge. That's my favorite type of bridge, the one that's like curved upward. Okay, so just need to replace this intersection with a roundabout. My goal is to get all the roads connected. Let me see how far I've come with that. Well, yeah, they kinda are connected. I mean, look at the way these... Is there any northern roads that I haven't... Oh, wow. There's not many roads from... There's hardly any roads coming from Iowa City, which is north of here. Well, Iowa City is like a small town that's not connected to any interstates. Well, actually, no. I think Interstate 90 does, like, brush it a little bit, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the correct word I should use, but... Oh, by the way, there's something else I forgot to add, and I cannot believe I forgot this. The money tree. You guys know how important those are. Gosh, like, without them, like, the United States of Joe Winko would not be possible, literally. It's kind of sad. Money, the root of all evil. You can't live without it. It's one of the things you cannot... Well, I guess you kind of can, depending how you are. I don't know. I mean, like, if I was just, like, a homeless person out on the streets, I would die, but not because I... Well, yeah, kind of because I don't have any money. But really because, like, I'd have no place to put my insulin and store it in, because it needs to be in a cold place. And also, I would have no access to insulin either, because when you have insulin, like, what they do is they mail it to you. That's how you have to get it. And you need an address for them to send it to. And how are they going to do that if you're homeless? That's the reason why, last year I was trying to find a lover or partner to move in with, so I wouldn't be homeless, and so I wouldn't have to die on the streets with no insulin. Even though I didn't really mind it at all, like dying on the streets with no insulin, that still would really suck because I wouldn't be here to film this video. So, wow, this episode got deep. Aren't all my episodes supposed to be deep? About my sad personal life, which I barely give a shit about because it's all I know. Yeah. And I wouldn't say I give a shit about it, really. I mean, for example... I really been wanting to get away from the state of Florida. Like, it's not like I hate the state of Florida. Well, like, I hate some of the things in the state of Florida, but I don't hate the state of Florida. It's not like how I felt about Wisconsin. It's just that I've been down here for so long. My adoptive parents dropped me off here to live with their relatives on October 4th of 2017. I have not left the state of Florida since then. And then if you compare that to, hold on one second. Just need to find these signs real quick. I-96, no, 57, 69, 71, 65, 85, close, but no cigar. Where is that? Oh, here it is. Interstate 80. My beautiful Interstate 80 signs. A sign of my autism, how I'm obsessed with labeling stuff. Kind of like Double D from Ed, Edd n Eddy. Double D from Ed, Edd n Eddy, he might actually have autism, too. Like the way he labels stuff and everything, or he might just be really smart. But people with autism are really smart, usually. Like, they have a lot of stuff going on in their mind. Like, there's one girl with autism who sends me messages, like, pretty often, and she's really cool, and she's my friend and everything. It's just that, like, I don't really have time to read all of them because I have so much stuff going on in my mind also. I told her that she should start, like, a video blog, but I think she does actually have a video blog, because she always has a lot of stuff to say. That's the thing. I think that'd be a great idea. I like having my YouTube videos and my video blogging. It's fun, really. I mean, it builds a legacy for myself. So, like, when the day comes and I finally do die, there's a lot... Well, actually, there's a ton of stuff left about me. Because, you know, that's really the saddest thing about all the Chilling Crime victims. There's so much we don't know about them. The people I talk about in Chilling Crimes are the people who died in tornadoes, like the Igo family. They were actually killed by the Gerald, Texas F5 tornado in 1997. It was a really sad story. I barely knew anything about that family. I don't even know what their house looked like. I don't know what any of those houses looked like. They're the ones that were destroyed on Double Creek Drive when the F5 tornado hit, because there's no pictures of the town or the neighborhood before the tornado hit. Like Joplin, Missouri, there are before and after pictures, but that happened in 2011. That's when, like, people were taking pictures of everything because of the social media and everything, and you guys know the drill. But the Gerald, Texas tornado was back in 1997, so that was before the whole social media internet craze came about. Like, it was beginning at that time, like evolving at that time, but it hadn't like fully evolved yet into what it is now. I'm not even sure. I think the internet was so archaic back then that it wasn't nearly like what it is nowadays. Like, I remember this one bitch on a web forum, she was like bashing me online, and she said, "Oh, I was using the internet before you were even born," because she was like 40 years old. And the thing is, the internet was so archaic back then, you might as well have not been using it, because there's nothing you could do with it back then. Like, no YouTube. I'm not even sure how long Google been around. I think it was 1998. So I was here before 1998. I was born in 1995, December 1995. So almost in 1996, because then people say, "Oh, you're born in 1995, but you're 22 years old right now. If you're 22 years old right now, doesn't that mean you were born in 1996? And I just tell them, I haven't had my birthday yet. That's the reason why. Only on those last few days of the year, my age actually matches the year I was born. You guys are seeing how my crazy little autism mind works. I wouldn't say it's a little mind. Definitely not. There's no way it could be little with all these strange thoughts I have, and yeah. And you know, the weird thing about it is I used to think that everyone thought this way too. I think I added too many roads in. Oh, there's another thing I wanted to include. I haven't even started zoning anything yet. My beautiful Welcome to Iowa signs. Oh wait, no, I think this is the Illinois side. Oh, yeah, I think that... is it? Oh, yeah, I think that is the Illinois side. Iowa doesn't come in till, after... I think that's the Mississippi River right there. So I'll just throw a couple of these signs right here. And here. I think that's the Mississippi River. Otherwise, I can always rearrange the signs. It doesn't even matter anyway. It's the United States to Joe Winko. It doesn't have to be like the real city. Like when I built Mobile, Alabama in SimCity 4, I posted it on the Mobile, Alabama section of Reddit, and everyone kept telling me, well, this one woman, she commented on it, and she said that it's a cool looking what I did, like the town I created, but she said she feels like it's based on... She said it felt like it was based on a recollection or based on the thought of someone who was told about Mobile, Alabama, but who actually never been there before, because they said that I included all the correct landmarks, but none of them are in their real location, and that was true, really. None of them were in their real location, because I didn't really look into that very much. And I said, yeah, you're right, I never been to Mobile, Alabama. And then she just got all cocky and everything and said, booyah, I knew you never been there. And I was just like, yeah, you're right, whoop-de-doo. I mean, I really want to go to Mobile, Alabama, because I want to see the battle tower. You know, that's the thing. I've been trying to find, like, a lover or partner, but everyone down here just wants sex. That's the thing. No one wants to go on a long road trip or an adventure. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I've been wanting to do this whole entire time. I was just talking about that earlier. I mean, I almost took a road trip to North Carolina with someone, but I couldn't because I was going to talk about that in an episode of Joe Winko Talk. It was really messed up what happened there. I didn't actually end up meeting them. Turns out that they were racist. I'll just give you a hint of that. I'll explain it more in my episode of Joe Winko Talk. Now is not the time. I'm building my beautiful city of Davenport, Iowa. And it's weird, Davenport, but it's not really a port at all. There's like a lot of rivers here, but I'm not able to like use them or anything because because the water and the sea level and everything in this game. That's what sucks. And most of this area is Illinois. Like, because I'm not sure if this is the Mississippi River. I think this is the Mississippi River right here. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure I labeled it right. It doesn't matter. It's a small town anyway. Most of the space isn't even going to end up being used. So, let me make the landfill... I'll make the landfill right... Oh, darn it. I built an avenue right over there. What a waste of space. Actually, I'll make the landfill zone on the... I'll make it on the Illinois side. That's what I always do. Like the state that doesn't have the representation, I add the landfill zone on that side. I hate having to add the landfill zones. And a recycling center. A wind turbine. Well, a couple wind turbines. And a water tower. Water pipes. Oh wait, no, don't need that. They already got that. And a bus stop. And there, we got that covered. Now, the downtown area, I'll have that right here. First, I need to throw down the only landmark I have for this city, besides the Welcome to Iowa signs. The Davenport City Hall. I think that should be south of Interstate 80. I'm going to have everything be like low-density residential, everything low-density commercial. All right, Davenport City Hall. And let me add in... Like, I'm not going to add in too many roads. I'm just going to have it be streets, because that's all that really matters, really. They need roads, like, for the hospitals and clinics and everything. Like, I'll have that, but... Actually, let me throw in some roads. So I need to add in an elementary school. Yeah, I'll add that in. Large police station, gotta throw that in. Large fire station, high school, library. Want to add structure to the towns. Large medical center. You know how important that is. And wind turbines. That's basically how this whole country is powered, by wind turbines. Imagine if that was real. That'd be so nice. Very nice for the environment, too. Just harvest the Earth's energy. You don't need to use gas and stuff. I don't know if... Do they use gas to create electricity? I don't understand how that's all done. I know in the... in Codename Kids Next Door, they have, like... I know it's a cartoon, but in Codename Kids Next Door, how they get their electricity is by having hamsters run on their turning Ferris wheels, like the hamster wheels or something like that. I think you guys get what I'm talking about. Oh gosh, could you imagine how many hamsters you would need to do that? Well, you know, that's what they could do. They could put them all to use. Like, people always complain about vermin and stuff like that, and why not get use out of them? Oh yeah, so build all styles at once. Let me adjust the taxes, bring those all down to 0%. Everything except dirty industrial, gotta spike that up because I don't want any of that. Turn on all the city ordinances except the neighborhood watch program. Okay, transportation department. You know what I don't get? Like, one of the city... Okay, hold on one sec. I'll get back to it. Just need to turn all these up. Alright, are they all getting paid enough? Yep, they all are. And next, I just need to add... Yeah, because it's all about the money, as I said earlier. Oh yeah, speaking of that, what I was gonna say... speaking of that, what I was gonna say is, one of the ordinances I checked were the Youth Curfew Act. Well, I didn't check it. I don't understand why, like... And you saw this at Mayfair Mall, too. For those of you who don't know, Mayfair Mall was a mall in Wisconsin that I used to go to every now and then. I would go to Brookfield Square Mall in Wisconsin more often, honestly. That's where I used to work. But at Mayfair Mall, like, crime was getting, like, out of hand, so they put in, like, youth curfews and everything, like, only on Saturdays. Like, if you're under 18, you need to have, like, someone supervise you and everything if you go to the mall, Mayfair Mall. And it's, that was a common thing that they had. Just gonna add a little park here. But my point was, like, most of the time it's adults who commit crimes, though. It's not like, yeah, teenagers do a lot of fucked up stuff, but most of the time, like the stuff you see on CSI, not CSI, what am I talking about? Crime Watch Daily. Most of the time, those are all adults. They're not really kids at all. Like, but what I think it is that adults are, I don't know, less inclined to commit crimes because when an adult does something really bad, they get in more trouble than kids do. Like if it, like in California, for example, I'm not sure if this is still a law in California, but if you murder someone in California, whether it's first degree or second degree murder, the the law for the state of California, if you're under 18 years old, they'll put you in jail until you're 25 years old. If you're a 13-year-old and you go out and murder someone, they'll put you in jail till you're 25 years old. That was back in the 90s. I'm not sure if that law is still like that today, and I'm not trying to encourage any teenagers to go out and murder anyone in California, but that's I think California, the fucked up thing about it is California is actually like one of the state is like the second state that gets the most views on my Winko 567 channel. So no, I'm definitely not encouraging anyone in California to go out and murder someone. Just making sure you're all clear on that. And if you do go out and murder someone, it's definitely not my fault. Gosh. Like how Alex Jones was telling everyone that, I don't know, was he telling them that, like, this pizza parlor was like a ring of pedophiles that were kidnapping kids and holding them captive? I don't remember what the hell he said. Some crazy shit like that. Oh, wait, was that medium density? Yeah, that'll be fine. Just a square patch of medium density, uh, commercial zones. Nothing wrong with that. Just gonna make sure to add a bus stop there, because I don't want the traffic to be too bad. That's what I like about small towns in SimCity 4. The traffic isn't bad. And I need to add some more water pumps, too. I mean, I know the population of this town isn't going to be very high, but I'll see. Because it's low density. It's low density population. I mean, residential that I'm zoning. So I don't want every single city in the United States of Joe Winko to be some huge, like, blastful town with thousands of people living in it. Oh, wow. So we're at a population of 1,827. That's more than I thought, but like, small towns have bigger populations than that. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, looks like I'll build a street there. Oh, did something get fucked up? What happened? Oh, yeah, okay, that looks nice. All surrounding the Davenport, Iowa City Hall. There's a lot of rich people moving in. Like, you see those houses and everything. Maybe I should add another entrance ramp for Interstate 80 while I'm at it. Yeah, sure, why not? And add another frontage road. That's what they call it, usually when there's a highway where there's a road by a highway. And then add more Interstate 80 signs. I was actually supposed to be going to Connecticut earlier, but the guy who wanted me to visit him there canceled out on me. And I was like, are you kidding me? It's a long story, really. I was gonna talk about that in an episode of Joe Winko Talk also. He basically stabbed me in the back. Too much negative stuff, really. Can't stand that. And do I need to... No. I should build more clinics. Yeah, that's why I'm going to add a clinic. So... Darn it, I can't add a clinic. Oh wait, yeah I can. Okay, so that covers enough space. Low density residential. And wind turbines. They need their electricity. You don't want them all sitting up in the dark, like I do. Yeah, more details about my personal life. I mean, it's just because, like, my adoptive parents' relatives, they told me not to leave lights on at all because they don't want, like, the electricity bill going up because I'm living there. Which I understand, really. I mean, I kept the lights off in my apartment all the time anyway, so... Kinda used to it. Becoming a hermit, also because Florida... Like, it's warm and everything, but it's hot and muggy, like, during the summer. Like, during the spring, it was beautiful, but right now, it's, like, hot and muggy. And, you know, I've really been wanting to get away. Like, I thought I would have found a friend by now who likes to drive and go on road trips, who would have took me to North Carolina, or, North Carolina, or Arkansas, or Ohio, or even... I think that's the furthest... No, it was Maine and Connecticut. Those were the furthest north places I wanted to go to, and southern Illinois. Like, to escape this humidity and this heat. But it seems like no one cares about that at all. That's what's fucked up about it, really. But I think it's because I'm not used to it yet, the heat during the summer. Because I've never been in Florida during the summer. That's one thing I'll say. Oh yeah, while I'm at it, I'll add a couple bus stops here and there. And hopefully they start using them. Like, they're not just sitting there. And even some wind turbines. Okay, so far we're at a population of 2,452 Sims living in the United States of Joe Winko, Davenport, Iowa. There's a lot more than that living in the United States of Joe Winko. I'm just gonna add another road. And probably, how about a bunch of medium density commercial places along this? Yeah, like a whole line of medium density commercial. And some wind turbines. And just a random road cutting through here. That'd be good. And let me just save. Okay, so... And let me speed it up. Earlier I was having problems with the cheetah speed button. That's when you put it on fast speed. Where things grow really fast. And how about I throw in another Welcome to Iowa sign? Welcome to Iowa. There's so many mods I have made for this game. And you know, I haven't even filled up half of the country yet. It's crazy. And should add another road here so they don't have to cross the river. And another road here so they can drive. I'm not sure what's to the west of this. I think that would be Des Moines, Iowa. Your guess is as good as mine. Does anyone use the interstate? Oh, yeah, they do. But does anyone from... Oh, no one goes that way or that way? Oh, man. Well, that sucks. Oh, wait. People come in from Iowa City, which is to the north of here. What about... No one goes to... No one's going to St. Louis at all, though. I understand why no one would want to go to St. Louis. I mean, no offense to anyone who lives in St. Louis. I mean, it is a pretty city. It's just that, Oh, wait, you know what? There's something else I forgot. Since that's all Illinois, St. Louis is to the south of here, so add some welcome to Iowa signs. Here and there. Since everything south of this is Missouri. Alright, so finish establishing our state lines. Let me just save. Alright, Davenport, Iowa. Oh yeah, and there's also a snapshot feature. Like where you can take pictures of like your town and everything. Let me just take a picture of this. Alright, so there's a picture of Davenport, Iowa. Gonna take another picture of it. I like taking pictures of my neighborhoods in SimCity 4. And let's take another picture of my beautiful highway signs, Interstate 80. And let me take another picture showing how much space I have. Not much of a big town, but it is what it is. They need more residential zones, that's what's telling me. So, gonna add some residential zoning. First, they need a bus stop so they can all get there. And they're only at a population of 2,000 right now. Oh, they already they have access to Interstate 80 over here too, so that's a good thing. And a water pump. You know how important those are. This ain't no Egypt. People won't be dying of thirst. Well, I don't even think people in Egypt die of thirst. No, they don't. They have water in Egypt. The Nile River. That's why Egypt became such a place. Oh, speaking of that, southern Illinois, it's also considered Egypt. Like, they nickname it Egypt because of the rivers that run through southern Illinois. Southern Illinois is not a desert, though. Just a bunch of lush green fields, which no one really cares about at all. That's a sad thing. I mean, it's a beautiful state. It's a huge state. It's a long state, too. Because I remember when a stranger took me on the road trip to Arkansas, it took us forever to drive out of Illinois. And it wasn't because we were lost or anything. We knew exactly where we were going the whole entire time. Like, it's just that state is so big. That's the thing, because we were driving all the way south trying to get into Missouri on Interstate 57. And it's huge. I didn't know Illinois was such a long state. But most of the population, like Illinois, I think is like the 5th or 6th most populated state in the country. It's because most of the population of Illinois lives in, they all live in Chicago. Yeah, that's what it is. And the reason why Chicago grew so much is because of the trains and everything. That's why. Oh, I forgot to add a college. I forgot to add one on this side too. And should add a library. And is there a library here? Well, there is now. And some libraries here. Right next to the medical center. Just in case someone passes out and dies from reading a copy of 50 Shades of Grey. For those of you who don't know, I think that's a story about this rich guy who's into BDSM, and he can get away with doing stupid shit because he's rich. And he finds this woman who wants to be tied up and do all these nasty things with. I don't know. 50 Shades of Grey. Write a story about me. Call it 50 Shades of Red. Make it about me finding a lover and partner who takes me on road trips to Arkansas and to Missouri. And I love this music too. Because this music kind of has a sad vibe to it. Because reminds me of Boys of Summer by Don Henley. SimCity 4 Oasis. That's what it is. But, you know, the thing is, when I listen to it, I don't get sad at all. I always feel happy whenever I hear this music. It does make me feel happy. And it really brings out my creative side, too. Yeah, so whatever. Okay, so let me make sure they all are getting their oh shit, they aren't. Gotta make sure they have that. Oh, speaking of water, by the way, Flint, Michigan, it still doesn't have safe drinking water. Maybe that's going to be my next city in the United States of Joe Winko, Flint, Michigan. I'm going to give them like the drinking water that they all deserve, safe drinking water that they all deserve, so they don't have to protest for it. Like, I know that's not going to fix anything in real life, but in the United States of Joe Winko it will. Alright. If only the world was like that in real life. Alright, so we have a population of 5,000. Let me take a picture of the town right now to show how much it's grown in the past 5 years it's been around. Yeah, the time passes in this game. For those of you who didn't notice. Alright, let me get a closer picture of that. Davenport, Iowa. And let me get another picture of all this. It's beautiful here, too. I might end up using that for the thumbnail instead. I don't know. So let me zoom in. And I'm just going to pause. Whoops. Alright, my beautiful Interstate 80 signs. Just going to pause and save and end this part of the playthrough right here. So, yeah, thanks so much to everyone who watched. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. And don't forget to, yeah, I already said that. Also, don't forget to answer this episode's trivia question correctly so you can become the mayor of my next city in the United States of Joe Winko. So that's it. Peace out, people. This episode's trivia question. Who was the last victim to be murdered by the killers in Joe Winko's 2016 Sims 2 slasher film, Carolina Maniacs? Answer this question in the comments. The first person to comment the correct answer will be crowned the mayor in my next city of the United States of Joe Winko. Please also mention the name you want to be listed as. Remember, you must use the same name at all times. That is it. Peace out, people.